Turning to North Africa, where the new Algerian National Wheelchair Basketball League has kicked off with 4 matches on Thursday. The league is popular among Paralympic sports lovers in the country and acts as a feeder for the national teams, which are some of the most successful on the continent. CGTN's Edmond Nyabola has more from the North African country.
It's the first day of the new Algerian National Wheelchair Basketball League season. In Boufarik, a town on the outskirts of Algiers, local club IR Boufarik is playing their opening fixture. They are one of the best teams in the country, having finished runners-up in the previous season. For the next 8 months, they will face off against 9 other teams in the men's first division in the race for the league title. Wheelchair basketball is gaining popularity quite fast in the North African nation.
In Algeria, scouting for wheelchair basketball talent started in hospitals because of the number of car accidents. So we go to hospitals and handicap centers where they have professional support. There are many classifications. We cannot give all players the same handicap, otherwise it wouldn't be balanced and not everyone could compete.
This is one of Algeria's favorite Paralympic sports disciplines. The success is buttressed on this well-managed league. It is from this largely successful National Wheelchair Basketball League and clubs that players are selected to represent Algeria in international competitions. The men's team is one of the most successful in the continent, having won 2 African titles and participated in 2 Paralympic Games and 2 World Championships. The women's team, on the other hand, has won 1 African title. It has taken a lot of work to get here.
We work hard, that is why the national team is successful. It started during the Arab Games that were hosted here in Boufarik and then the African Games. After the African Games, we played the Wheelchair Championships in Johannesburg and then Angola and in Algiers in 2015. That year we won the African Cup and qualified for the Paralympic Games.
But it is not easy. Just like many Paralympic sports across the continent, wheelchair basketball in Algeria faces several challenges.
The first thing is that you can say there is no money in this game. If an athlete is playing, it is purely out of the love of the game. There is also no other sports. We can't play football. This is the only game that lets you push yourself. I love able-bodied basketball, but I can't play. Luckily, there is wheelchair basketball, so you feel like you're playing professionally.
2 years to the next Paralympic Games in Tokyo, the North African country is already making plans.
The 2020 Tokyo Paralympics will be difficult. The players in this national team are getting older, so we need to revamp the squad with young talent. But we have the African Championships in Morocco in October 2019. The champions will automatically qualify to the Paralympic Games. From what I see, we haven't put in enough work yet in Africa.
Algeria finished last of 12 teams in the last Paralympic Games in Rio. But with proper planning and more funding, the coach says the country can do even better in Tokyo come 2020. Edmond, Nyabola, CGTN, Boufarik, Algeria.